protect and serve.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think the students never noticed who comes and goes?
It does not matter what you may have seen or heard before you graduated, Overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours. The Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Baltic University credentials. Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your Overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me. There is one thing I need. A new graduating class. Unfortunately, your Overseer has already passed the final exam, but you could take it.
You mean the vault simulation? That's ridiculous. All the professors are gone. The vaults have already been assigned.
My programming dictates that this university's purpose is to produce graduates, and I intend to follow the rules. Unlike some people, the simulation will be run by the Mr. Handy janitorial staff. It is an experimental protocol, but you will find they are more than up to the task. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault, your chief of security will...
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own.
Hostile target identified. Yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Thought as much. Nothing there after all.
All clear.
You the new Overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow.
That's a good start. Now just keep running.
There was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of Raz. That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. I don't know, Overseer. There's no proof the head engineer did anything nefarious. But it'll be up to you to sort out this mess. I'll be here if you need me.
Ah, Overseer. I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly. I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me. I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester. Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum. Of course, it's your decision, Overseer. I'm only trying to help.
Overseer, huh? We'll see. Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer. No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine. Loris put on a good show when he quarantined the reactor area. But what if more happened than folks remember? A few selective edits to the security recordings, and we can make sure everyone sees Loris for what he really is. Now, I can't just waltz into the security office. But you could, being the Overseer and all. Just bring the holotape of the recording. I can make the edits myself. And thank you, Overseer. You are doing the right thing.
All clear.
almost beginning to like you, Overseer. All right, let's get to work. Shouldn't be hard to put a few choice words into Dr. Loris's big mouth. There. Tell Chief Robinson to take another listen to the recording. The extra bit at the end should be all the evidence he needs.
Did you have a question, Overseer? What's this? The reactor incident? Already heard it plenty of times. But if you say so, Overseer, Loris let Kellerman die on purpose? Can't believe we didn't catch this before. Thank God you're here, Overseer. He almost got away with it, too. Loris and his medical staff won't go quietly, though. You sure you want to bring him to justice? It's a frame job. I can't believe Brass would stoop so low. Thank God you saw through it, Overseer. I'll bring Brass into custody right away. All right, Brass. The Overseer and I are taking you in.
Is that right?
You going to make this easy for everyone?
Don't think I will. No.
Oh, no, not today.
Shame it had to end this way. But at least it's settled. Thank you for your help, Overseer. Vault's a better place because of you.
When I first did a vault simulation, there was a water emergency. Had to ration what little we had. Some people died. Riots had to be contained. We were lucky 76 never had to go through either of these cases. But preparing for the worst is what being an overseer is.
Intruder, identify yourself. Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you. You passed. Yes, I sub.
I found beastly nuisance. That's double.
You did not fail, despite. Yes. Back down in the vault simulation, this is a maintenance area.
It was almost good to...
Yes, Overseer, I suppose it was.
Actually, afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
Much. Nothing there.
Fugitive is attempting to evade capture.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. all of America's gold reserves.
Search complete.
Even
No
getting into the vault at all is gonna be a challenge.
standing.
Let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion count. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could... Exactly. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes. We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future. Do me a favor, talk to both of them. I doubt they'll work together, but we'll want all the options on the table.
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established. Yet here you are. You want something. And it must be important. Well, if that don't pique my interest, please go on. And what exactly, pray tell, is inside this vault?
People around here think
This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it?
we were here
The
first.
things I could buy with... You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip, liars get wires. So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe. Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6. Oh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. If I hear any complaints on that Nuka, I'm sending them your way. Come on, toss those vault plans up on the board for me. All right. Seems pretty legit. I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, You get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits. Peachy. So, easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, and do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig? Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? Not want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig? You come to me all in a hurry. Now you're taking your sweet-ass time hanging around here. I don't get you, 7-6. You come to me all in a hurry.